What's up, review crew? Back with another review, and today, we watched Black Phone 1. I am going to go see Black Phone 2 tonight, so I had to kind of refresh my memory. Fun fact, I did fall asleep in the movie theater when this came out, not because it was a boring movie. It's actually a fucking phenomenal movie. I love horror movies. I'm not going to lie. This might be top 10 for me, bro. This might be top 10. I loved this fucking movie. I don't know how the fuck I fell asleep. I used to drink, so that's probably why. But the movie starts out with a young boy, Finn, and his sister, Quinn. We find out that their mom died, but she was like clairvoyant, could kind of see into the future. She passed that on to the daughter, which is going to be a major part in this movie. So Finn is a baseball player. First person that we see him go up against is this guy named Bruce Yamada. Bruce Yamada is also the first person that the grabber takes in this movie. When Bruce gets taken, I know it's the grabber. We kind of get like some past history on the missing kids and things like that. The next day at school, we meet Robin. Robin is one of Finn's friends. Badass kid, and I mean badass in a good way. Beat the shit out of a big bully. Then the bullies that were trying to fuck with Finn, he tells them, hey, y'all back the fuck off or y'all gonna have to deal with me. They know what he's capable of, so they back off, of course. Robin ends up getting abducted as well, and this is when it hits home for Finn, because it's like, oh shit, like this shit is really going on. People are really getting taken. Like, now my friend Robin is gone. That's my protector. The bullies end up whooping his ass, and this is when we see, like, we know that Quinn and Finn are really close as siblings, but this is when you know, like, they're ride or die. She does not play about her big brother, and he don't play about his little sister. So it was, that family dynamic plays a major part. Next, we did get Finn when he is separated from his sister because she's going to a friend's house and he's going back home. He does get abducted by the grabber next. And this is when the movie really takes off. When he gets abducted by the grabber, we don't know what he's doing it for. He basically tells Finn, like, you know, like, I'm not going to do nothing to you. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to make you do anything that you don't want to do. But yeah, you're going to have to stay down here for me. So during this time, Finn has a dream, as does his sister. His sister is kind of seeing visions of, like, what could be going on after she finds out that her brother gets captured. Her dream ends with the phone ringing, and Finn feels the phone ringing there. He answers the phone, nobody's there. The grabber is behind him though. It's like, hey, that phone doesn't work. You see that the cord is cut, but he's like, the phone doesn't work. But Finn, no, he's like, man, I know I heard this phone ring. So that's when we end up meeting Billy. So Billy is the first ghost that we actually see. These ghosts are all of the kids that the grabber has taken. They communicate with him via the spirit realm, basically, using this phone. So the black phone actually does have power. This black phone is how he communicates with these ghosts. The first ghost, Billy, tells him that he hit a rope under the wall, and then he needs to take that and pry the window open. If you do that, you can probably get out of the window. He tries this. He can't get out, though. He sets up everything. He falls. Scratch. Like, all right, that's not going to work. Then we end up meeting Griffin. Griffin is the next ghost. Griffin, he tells him, this is when the grabber purposely leaves the door open for Finn to go upstairs. Right before he does, Griffin calls and is like, hey, don't follow the bait. Like, don't take the bait. It's a trap. You go up there, he gonna whoop your ass with this belt. It's fucked up, and it's a game that he likes to play called Naughty Boy. If you do not play this game called Naughty Boy, you gonna be able to leave eventually. So don't do this shit. Like, do not. So we get a pan to the grabber sitting in the chair, holding that infamous belt, waiting on Finn to come upstairs. Finn walks up, and he kind of thinks, and he's like, nah, fuck that. I'm gonna listen to the ghost. Goes back downstairs. So then we're just gonna get through the ghost. We meet, before we get to the ghost, Max. Max is the brother of the grabber. He is a cokehead, but this motherfucker knows some shit. He's created like a whole map on where the kids live in the district and how it's all this bubble, but in the amount of time that it takes for them to get snatched and taken to where nobody sees it, the person has to live really close. So he's narrowed it down to this one little area. And this is gonna be a major part. The police come, they ask him what's going on. He's coked out of his mind though. So everything he's saying, the cops like, man, this dude is a fucking weirdo. First of all, them cops was dumb as fuck. I would have believed that motherfucker. I would have been like, hold on, what's going on? So you think it's weird? And that would have narrowed the search. They could have got this shit nipped in the bud. But Mac's gonna be an MVP, low key, in this movie. So that's then when we meet the next ghost. The next ghost is Fence Hopper. This is the ghost that he met when he used to go to like this arcade, and this dude was crazy as fuck. He ended up going to jail for etching a number in this person's skin when he fucked up his pinball. But that does take us to the dream that Quinn is having during this time, where that 7741 that she sees is actually the address where the grabber is keeping the kids. She doesn't know that. She thinks that's where Finn is. So she tells the police like, hey, this is where it's at right here. So of course they go through the manhunt, but before they do the manhunt, we did get a scene with Robin, which of course is Finn's best friend. Robin bro, when I tell y'all, man, like that's what makes this movie so good. The direction is so beautiful, and like the camera angles and shit is fucking wild, bro. It's so fucking good. But when I had to look at my notes. All right, but when he sees Robin is telling him like, hey man, like I know that you don't think of yourself as a fighter, but you've always been a fighter. You just never been the person to throw the punch. You always been the person that can take a punch. Now it's time for you to show out. It's time for you to throw the motherfucking haymakers now. So he tells him with that phone, this is gonna be your weapon. I want you to pack this motherfucker with as much dirt as you can from the previous ghost telling him like how to get out and stuff. One of them told him to dig a hole to get out, but it didn't work, of course. So he packed the phone with all that dirt. When he packs the phone with the dirt and the door opens, it's not the grabber this time, it's Max. Because Max is like, bruh, this all is happening in my house. He goes downstairs, sees Finn, and he's like, yo, you won't believe how I found you. Like, and before he can even finish his sentence, the grabber axes him straight through the skull, bro. Straight through the skull. He dies. He's like, look what you made me do. You made me kill my brother. But what that phone pack was saying, he got a plan. So he tries to hit him with the axe. He drops down under the axe. It's a dog guarding the door, so he can't go out the door. So he runs, and he had set a trap. That same hole that he had been digging to escape. He slides the rope over while the grabber is trying to come get him. He falls in the hole, and Finn goes nuts. He's using all the tricks that Robin taught him. He's stepping back, he punching him. Stepping back, he punching him. Eventually the grabber does grab him, right? So in the earlier part of the movie, Robin gets into the fight with the bully, like I mentioned. His little finishing move, I guess you would say, is when he does like, he puts him in like a chokehold basically, and he's like pulling him down. And at the very beginning of the grabber grabbing Finn, he told him, I'm gonna snap his neck. Poetic justice. Finn snaps his neck, leaves him in that fucking hole, diverts the dog with a piece of steak that he got from the freezer that Fence told him how to get out of the place, but he couldn't open the freezer. So he grabs the steak, diverts the dog, goes upstairs, gets away, right? And that's the end of the movie. I had to kind of like skip it along, but when I tell y'all, man, Black Phone, it's an 81% on Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes always scores shit extremely low for me. Sometimes they get it right, most of the time they don't. 81, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Top 10 horror movie of all time for me that I've seen. I love this fucking movie, bro. I'm gonna give it like a 9 though. Like I can't give it a 10. Yeah, but I'm gonna give it a 9. Excellent movie. Ethan Hawke is a dog. He's always been one of my favorite actors since Training Day. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. But man, Black Phone 1, man, I'm so excited to see Black Phone 2. There's people out here saying that Black Phone 2 is actually better. If they can top that, we might get a 10 tonight. We might get a 10 tonight, but definitely gonna holler at y'all as soon as I see that movie. We got the Ohio State review coming today, as well as the Black Phone 2 review coming either today or tomorrow morning. But nevertheless, we gonna be back. And like always, we gonna leave this one in the rear view.